kind of fully awake. Didn't get huge amounts of sleep because of the time we got back last night, but at least now we can see the views out the back, which is an absolutely fantastic view of the Indian Ocean. So didn't do huge amounts of recording last night on the way back because we're just too tired and it was too dark. But very odd driving. It's about an hour's drive from Salaam Airport to here, and a bit of an odd drive through, wasn't it? Lots of odd things to see. Bit that sort of I found most confusing was that when you come into the grounds of the hotel, it's all barriered off, and they check the bottom of the cars for, I assume, car bombs using a mirror, but I'm not really sure what they were checking for. Which is reassuring because now we're going to attempt to go to a local mall to try and get some money out of the cash point and to get some drink and some supplies, so that'll be fun.
That's a bit I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, anything dangerous you look forward to.
Well, I wanted to get on the local bus and do it all to locals.
Yeah.
A blonde, blue-eyed, middle-aged woman, but I was dissuaded.
When the people at reception say best of getting a cab, that's kind of reassuring. So we're going to get a cab to local mall and we will see what that's like. And yeah. Woolworths lives on in Tanzania. So we just got back from visiting the mall. Need to pick up some drinks and get some money out from cash point because there's no easy cash point, and that was a good old a 20-minute drive? More than maybe half an hour drive from here to get to where the mall was, just to get a cash point and to get money out. And even then, the amount of money you can get out of a cash point at a time is quite small, I think that was, compared to what we used to. 400,000 is about 110.
It was about 175 at a time.
No, less than that, about 150 from what I worked out. So yeah, 150 out of cash point at a time, and that in itself is where is that? I've got it in the wallet. Just to give you an idea of how much money. So, that huge watch is just the equivalent of £150, or what's that, roughly 160, 170 US dollars. So yeah, it's different value to money itself. But it's the security that got us. I mean, everywhere you go, you see the boundaries to hotels, and they've got guards on the door dressed in army gear, and we were saying about the people when you try and go through the doors. Into the mall, you're being searched, and when you're going out the supermarket, you're being searched. It's really odd, and we noticed that the whole thing is about the mirrors as well underneath the car. It doesn't matter where you go, if you pull in somewhere that's fairly public, they seem to be checking underneath the cars and checking in your boot and things. There's a big divide between places like this, like a hotel, like the mall places that are slightly more upmarket, and probably that very few native Tanzanians can actually afford to go to. Seem to be really well protected and secure, which is unusual, not something that we're used to seeing, and a bit of a shock for both of us really. So that's today's thing. I think for the rest of the day we're going to try and relax a little bit, try and catch up with the sleep from yesterday. Maybe go sit downstairs on the beach or on the pool and just relax. Nothing interesting to be fair. So bye for now. Some really funny shops while we were driving back. So we saw a shop that sold dresses and floor tiles. People selling plants grown in recycled plastic water bottles.
Water bottle.
Yeah, what else did we see? Some strange things.
Lots of signs for interesting massage proposals.
Yeah, there seems a bit
Precious massage.
Precious massage.
Triple X massage.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, it doesn't sound too appealing.
Oh, shut up! I bet you want to leg it there. I bet you want to run.
Yeah, that's exactly that. It's really unusual, but we can see. I think you kind of take for granted some of the advice they give about not leaving the vicinity of the hotel and things, and you can kind of understand why you need to be careful. It's really quite odd. That's all I'll say. I don't feel particularly unsafe. I don't think.
Don't feel particularly safe either.
No, no.
Coming from me, who really likes to do all the local transport and the buses and the trains and the shops, you would just be an idiot to do it here. You just couldn't.
It wouldn't be.
I still want to, but you couldn't.
It seems feasible that you could be driving along and a car could pull up beside you and bundle you in the boot. That's kind of, and that is not unknown to have happened. So.
I mean, we're also going off and having a wander, and there's so many places we've been now together where we've said, "Oh God, I could live here. I could live here tomorrow." Not this one.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place. But, yeah.
There are some lovely people, and it's like it's the same everywhere. It's such a crying shame that the criminals and the dishonest and unpleasant people give places a bad reputation when 99% of the people are really nice. Just shit, really.
That is the way it is, and I guess we kind of sort of in a similar sort of way in Costa Rica. Kind of, you could see how that was. We take for granted what we've got in the UK, and we were driving along and I saw some billboards, and the billboard said health insurance, and I thought, oh yeah, it's pretty, I can imagine, we take the NHS for granted in the UK about how if something happens to us we just call an ambulance, and that not all countries have that, that's fine, but then I saw fire insurance. It's like, if you don't have fire insurance and your house is on fire, no one's going to come and put it out. You have to pay for insurance for them to come and
they want money for everything. There's no government funding. These people are poor. No doubt about it. They're impoverished and they're by the side of the road trying to make money in whatever way they can. But there's also a lot of riches here too. We passed a private school and we were lucky enough to see all the little primary school children coming out to get their school bus because it's winter here, all in their uniforms, and there are some areas right next to pockets of horrible deprivation.
It's really unusual, and I'll be curious when we're off to Morogoro to see how that compares, because that's going out of the big city, and that's going into further out. Whether that will be more impoverished, or it's going to be more impoverished than it is.
It could be that people are more on the same level.
Yeah.
There's big contrasts here, and I think when we see it in Dar itself, when we come back from Morogoro, we'll see that more.
That's the thing I find, there is a big contrast. So, like I said earlier, there seems to be there's areas like the hotel or the mall we went past, there'll be certain complexes, like a business park you might go past, and you think, you look in there and that looks very westernised, it's very, it looks very much like home, and then you look outside and there'll be people in tin shacks selling stuff, so it's, different types of lives living straight on top of it. Complete contrast to anything I've ever seen before.
Yeah, massive eye-opener, and food for thought, definitely.
Yeah, something that I won't forget since seeing that, and I think the big long drive to Morogoro will probably outline even more, but got to think, for me that kind of outlines how important things like what Popo are doing out here is, and how big what they're doing is making a difference.
I feel grateful for our National Health Service.
Yeah,
emergency services, police, ambulances, we do not know how lucky we are.
So we salute you guys, because you don't realise what you've got until you see places that don't have it. We're going to probably go down and just spend the rest of the day relaxing. We might end up trying to get some sleep somewhere, because I'm still shattered. I don't know about you.
I am.
Yeah.
And the ball.
We can go. Let's go and do that now. That is just a piece of carpet in the sea. Trying to spot crabs. There's lots of crabs that keep running out the sea, but they go too quick. Come to the conclusion that as much as that beach looks nice, the water is disgusting and stinks. So I've now watched our day one footage and I've realised how abysmal the quality was and how bad the sound was. My fault probably for not talking slightly louder at the camera and not watching the footage back. And I'd set it on 4K, assuming that 4K would be better quality, and by the looks of it 4K reduces down the frames per second on the camera right the way down, so they look ridiculous. So hopefully this is better, and this is what I'll try and continue to record out ongoing. So thanks for watching day 2.